What is the true history of slavery in India? European scholars say that dasa refers to slave. So Europeans are going to teach us what the meaning of Sanskrit words are. It's I think the whole world agrees that it is wrong to study Jewish culture based on what the Nazis wrote about the Jews. It's also dishonest to form an opinion about China based on what the West writes about China. You have to read Chinese scholarship to understand what China is, right? But it's somehow perfectly fine to base your entire research on Indian history based on what the Europeans, colonizers, wrote about India. Even today, what the Europeans wrote is regarded as the highest knowledge and evidence about Indian history. And if Indians say something that is contrary to what the Europeans have written, they are ridiculed. No, 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 you Indians are stupid. So and so scholar wrote this, and that's why it's right. What evidence do they have that the word das refers to slave? There are multiple sources of evidence from outside India that attest to the fact that there was no slavery in India. Right? That the word das in Sanskrit means servant. That's what it means. And das, servant, I mean, even the prime minister of the country is the servant of the people and the servant of the nation. Is it something bad to be a servant? No. You don't become a servant by force, you become a servant by choice because you choose to or because you need to. Servitude is not slavery. Servitude is voluntary. So the word das means servant. It has a variety of meanings and contexts in which you can be a servant. You can be a public servant, you can be the servant of a city, you can be the servant of a single family, you can be a servant of a single person, assistant, secretary, whatever, butler, footman, charioteer, whatever it is, right? So the word dasa means servant. If some European comes and tells you what it means, tell them to move on. That's all I have to say about this. There was never ever any slavery in India until the past 1000 years of India's humiliation, when the Turks and then the Europeans brought slavery into India and took Indians as slaves. Before that, there was never ever any slavery in India. The only evidence they have been able to find is the word das. There is no Sanskrit word for slave. So they have found the best possible approximation, something that is close to it, and they have tried to portray that as meaning slave. What evidence do they have for that? Do you find slavery in the archaeological record in India? If you go to Rome or wherever the Romans ruled, you find archaeological evidence of slavery. You find skeletons who are wearing these metal bands, skeletons in chains. If you look at the pre-Roman history of Europe, you will find slavery there also, evidence of slavery in a variety of forms. You don't find a single instance in the entire 10,000 plus year archaeological record of India where there is hard evidence of slavery. Not one. So they have tried to create these distortions through language. Entirely false, lies, fabrications, distortions. And this is not only the fault of these Europeans, even the Irfan Habibs and the Romila Thapars are complicit in this. So they need to be exposed for that.